Okay. I'm 1.
It is Memorial Day weekend, and what better way to celebrate than with USL Championship action, which we have for you here from Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, where today Tacoma Defiance plays host to Fresno FC. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here on ESPN+. I'm Andrew Harvey, alongside Dave Clark. And Dave, this Fresno team coming into town, an excellent road record.
Yeah, they're undefeated on the road, 3-0-2 so far, several clean sheets, and an attacking squad that'll really punish you if you lay back.
For Tacoma Defiance, they snapped a 6-match losing streak with a point at home last week, managed to do so by scoring the fastest goal in USL Championship history.
9.17 seconds by Justin Dillon. It was a team effort. Posed their will early. That's what we need to see tonight.
Well, as we take a look at our players we're keeping an eye on in this match, there's a bit of a familiar face that we're looking at for Fresno.
Yeah, Qudis Lawal is a starting forward for them now, was out here in 2015, and he has 4 goals in his last 3 competitive matches, 3 in USL action. Defiance are going to have to control him frequently.
And on the other side of things, for Tacoma Defiance, Dave, who stands out for you?
Trey Muse is quite important today. He stood on his head last week, and if he can continue that, Defiance are going to pick up points. Those highlight saves had him in the honorable mention of the team of the week, and he was put up for save of the week as well.
Absolutely. Great afternoon for soccer. Fresno looking to climb the standings. Tacoma looking to get their season turned around. We'll see what happens. Kickoff coming up next on ESPN+. Don't go away. Welcome back into Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, here on ESPN+. Well, it is time now for our multi-care pre-match health report. No players listed as unavailable for Tacoma Defiance, but Dave, one player listed as questionable.
Danny Robles has a minor ankle sprain, should be healthy later in the week, but he is currently questionable and not in the 18.
Probably just a matter of managing his minutes. This has been the multi-care pre-match health report. Let's take a look now at the starting 11. Up first for the visiting Fresno FC Foxes. And Dave, a lot of attacking talent on this team.
As we talked about in pre-match, Cutis Lawal has got 3 goals in league action, as does Chavez and Johnson. It's a formidable front four in that flat 4-4-2.
For Tacoma Defiance, bolstered by 2 players from Seattle Sounders FC who are recently returned from the CONCACAF U17 championships.
Alfonso Ocampo Chavez is starting up top. He'll look to carry the momentum that he had in both the GA Cup and that CONCACAF championship and score some goals. Danny Leyva in the holding midfield role alongside Josh Atencio, a player that they both know each other quite well.
Your referee is Mark Alatine, assistant referees Josh Hames and Christian Clerk. The 4th official is Saya McGee. Dave, this Fresno team, we talked about their road form, but their recent form has been very good as well, I should say. 10 points from their last 5 matches.
Yeah, they shot up the standings. Adam Smith has his team in great form right now. He's coaching them with a particular style. They lead the West in goals against and are 5th in the league overall.
And on the other side of things for Tacoma Defiance, like we said, Wade Weber managing things from the technical area today as Chris Little unavailable, and Wade, a player, well, a former player and a coach who certainly knows how to get his team motivated.
Yeah, he exhibits and exudes that kind of Tacoma Defiance attitude. He's about being assertive, being tough. He really emphasizes the mental aspects of soccer.
We are set to go. Tacoma Defiance, the men in black with white trunks. They'll move from right to left on your screen here in the first half. The Foxes in all white will head back the other way. Well, despite it being an overcast morning and really stormy all day yesterday, it has turned into a perfect afternoon for soccer here at Cheney Stadium.
Yeah, we got some nice blue skies here on Memorial Day weekend. Might hit 70 here today. Good grass pitch out there. It's a nice day for soccer. Defiance are not in the same formation that they used when they lined up for a 9.1 second goal last match.
It'll be hard for them to score without the opening kickoff. Here's Jaime Chavez to get us underway. Chavez, 31 years old and a real veteran of the American soccer scene. Came up through the Chivas USA Youth Academy system before bouncing around a little bit to Cal FC, the Atlanta Silverbacks in the NASL. Spent some time with Miami FC as well. And we are underway. Tacoma Defiance looking to turn that last draw against Reno 1868 into a possible 3 points at home against Fresno. Hopiau working quickly. Now here's Henry Wingo. Wingo, an early cross. And Wingo holding up his arm by way of an apology to Alfonso Ocampo Chavez. That's not the contact he wanted.
He got more of a straight line than the curl that was expected.
Moses to Zach Ellis-Hayden. Mickey Daly, the man in the captain's armband, trying to go over the top, and it's turned over to Tacoma. Miss hit on the bounce there. Jamal Johnson going to track this down.
Good job by Henry Wingo there, just slowing the movement of Fresno down enough so that Tacoma could recover from that error.
Chavez has knocked that down for Basayevich. He's pushed it wide for Ellis-Hayden. Ellis-Hayden, early cross here, cuts behind everyone. Johnson, a touch to settle for Moses, and it's broken up by Burke Gilroy tracking back.
Great effort by Anthony Burke Gilroy. And that clearance created just enough of an opportunity for Ocampo Chavez.
Does enough to win the throw-in for Tacoma on the far sideline.
busy weekend of soccer here in the Pacific Northwest. State high school tournaments just wrapped up yesterday. The finals were being played Friday and Saturday, and of course, Reign FC, Tacoma Defiance's neighbor, roommate. What would you like to say? They'll be playing here at Cheney Stadium against the North Carolina Courage tomorrow. And of course, Seattle Sounders FC and MLS also in action, though they're on the road today. Moses and Vasilyevich hemmed in a little bit here by that Tacoma Defiance pressure. And it results in the turnover. Here comes Azriel Gonzalez. Inside for Hopiau. Wingo takes over, but loses out on the challenge from Casillas. Ball gone over the near touchline. Tacoma will take the throw. Bit of unsettled soccer to open these first 4 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like Defiance on their pressure side is working well, but similar to Fresno, they're not converting in the attacking third, completing those passes.
There's Daniel Leyva, youngest homegrown player signing in both Tacoma Defiance and Sounders FC history. Leyva wanted Hines on the far side. Ellis Hayden cuts it out. Wide now for Johnson. Sam Rogers finally back in the lineup. He really hadn't played too much soccer in the last 8 or 9 months or so, as this one will sail over the touchline. What does Rogers' return really mean for this Tacoma team?
It lets them be a bit more comfortable passing out of the back. Part of how Chris Little and Wade Weber have this team coached is to control the ball along that back line, to move it quickly. As a former defensive midfielder, he has better ball control than most of center backs that you see in the league.
For Josh Atencio, he bowls over Kurimoto, and Kurimoto comes away with it. If there's kind of a theme of this Fresno starting 11, it's players who have wound up finding a home here in Fresno. Kurimoto, one of those. He played the last, I want to say, 4 years in the Japanese 4th Division with Honda FC, after having grown up and played there his whole life, and then makes the jump to California and makes his way onto the team via an open tryout back in December.
They're an experienced side. Their overall roster is about 27 years old, a little bit younger today, but not much. They're out there representing the Central Valley and doing a fine job this season. Phoenix Rising's result yesterday did put them up above Fresno at this time.
Vasilyevich to the near side for Ellis Hayden. One away by Hines with a reaching challenge. Here's Hopiau. Wingo pushing outside. It's a foot race between he and Casillas. Wingo gets the edge. To the byline goes Wingo. So far, it feels like Shannon Hopiau is playing a little bit more narrow today with the pace of Wingo on the outside on the flank.
They definitely want to use Henry's speed out there. It's part of what makes him suited for that right back role. So I'm not necessarily surprised to see Shannon narrower. They're two players that should know each other well at this point, both coming through the academy, and they've spent several days together in practice.
Gilroy gets the ball around Casillas, but can't equal the feat himself. And Chavez is offside there. Thought the initial whistle might have been for a foul.
Probably could have picked and choose there which one they wanted to do.
Now we look at it here.
That's below the hips where the contact was, and he was offside.
Long ball over the top. It bounces easily into the hands of C.J. Cochran. Alfonso Ocampo Chavez there to provide a little bit of pressure.
They're trying to spring Fonz much more than they do Justin Dillon, rightfully so. Fonz is about 6 years younger than Justin Dillon and has a little bit more pace.
Well, great contact by Wingo. No one in the area to receive it. Free kick given away by Jonathan Campbell past midfield. Vasiljevich looks like he's measuring a long ball here. Center backs have come forward for Fresno. Drives that one into the area. And the flag up for offside on Chavez once more. Well, not certain what that was about on the restart, but we're back underway in any case. Leiva gets it ahead to Hopiau. Hopiau cutting quickly. Outside for Wingo. Casillas goes to ground. Doesn't get a hold of it. Hopiau now on the left foot, and it's stopped at the near post by Cochran. Cochran's distribution rolls into touch. Tacoma looking dangerous on those quick developing opportunities.
Hopiau's little dribble to bust through the two defenders was perfect. And then Wingo just stuck with it through that challenge and managed to pick the ball up.
Moses going to try the near side. Vasiljevich. Now Casillas. Kurimoto split the difference between Johnson and Casillas there. Not for a Tacoma throw. And a free kick, Defiance. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Hines wants Gonzalez. Crunching challenge from Moses there. Wins the ball cleanly. And Hines gets it right back to Hopiau now. Hopiau's gone for goal, and he's put it high. They took a deflection on the way out. We'll have our first corner.
Hopia with the opportunistic shot.
Not really sure I saw the deflection on that shot, Dave.
Maybe a toe, barely.
In any case, it's Gonzalez for the in-swinger. Toward the back post, punched away by Cochran and further away by Johnson.
You'll see just how conservative the Foxes are when Fresno pulls every player back into the 18 on those corners against a Tacoma side that's not really known for its set-piece ability.
Kurimoto fights off Wingo there. And Johnson loses it in touch. The available 18 for Fresno today, Dave, certainly not lacking for scoring ability. 3 players with 3 goals, 2 of them starting, 1 more on the bench. But as far as assists go, they are missing their leader, Jackson. He has 5 for them, but he's not available today.
No, he's out, and their chance created leader is just in the 18 with Kaffa. It's going to force those 2 forwards and Johnson to work a little bit more together rather than in the past where they've counted on others to create. I think you see it in their midfield against Defiance's pressure. You see them struggle to connect passes a little bit.
Certainly, though, Fresno head coach Adam Smith is a man who knows this level well. Former Sacramento Republic assistant coach under Preki that first year that they won the USL championship.
Is that Tacoma legend, Preki?
Do you want to explain this one, Dave?
He had an extraordinary career with the Tacoma Stars back in that era when there was no outdoor soccer.
Good old days. Huge crowds they used to get at the Tacoma Dome for that. Of course, the Stars still exist in the modern MASL. This is Cutis Lawal past midfield. Wide for Johnson. Johnson looking back post, and he's overhit his mark there. Well turned by Hopiao. Over the top from Leyva to an onside Alfonso Ocampo Chavez. He's in the area here, shoulder to shoulder. He's ridden to the ground. And play waved on. A fair no call, would you say, Dave?
I'd say so. I think both teams could ask for a call in those situations, and neither should expect it.
A glance at it here. Yeah, seemed to be giving as good as he was getting there. Still a bright ball over the top from Leyva to Ocampo Chavez.
And a good touch on that chested ball that put him into space.
Ramon Martin del Campo wants Ellis Hayden. He's gotten too much of it.
Nick Hines didn't like his throwing options.
Yeah, Defiance a little bit stationary so far today on those restarts from the touchlines. Rogers for Wingo, and the pass over the sideline. 17th minute. No score here at Cheney Stadium. Muse gets that ball away under pressure from Chavez. Cochran under pressure, forced to splay that ball back through the midfield. Now a foot race between Johnson and Wingo. Wingo, the first one to it, does enough to draw the free kick. Well, of all the players that you see from time to time in the USL Championship, Henry Wingo is probably one of the least likely for you to back yourself in a foot race against, wouldn't you say?
No, he's his speed is quite good. That's kind of a signature for Tacoma, both at left back and at right back. And there might be some people with a better first step or two than Henry Wingo, but by his third or fourth stride, he's outrun anyone.
Casillas here from the far side. Korimoto. Martin Del Campos. And a floated ball into the area. Trey Muse grabs it. Kind of a low grab from Muse. You usually see him attack that ball at a higher point. Vasilevich to Ellis Hayden. Takes a deflection on the way in. Partial clearance from Wingo, only as far as Casillas. Lawal rounds his man, goes for goal, and just misses the upper right 90.
That's the type of player who's on fire. Shots like that is in tight spaces, well covered. Most coaches don't want you to take that, but when you have 4 goals in 3 competitive matches, you're going to get it.
See it right now defensively. Fresno playing that flat 4-4-2. Very English style from head coach Adam Smith. What are the challenges of trying to break down a formation like that, Dave?
Well, if they're going to sit as far back as they do with their wide players, that basically puts 8 into a defensive 2 lines. You got to use angles, and you got to find that space, particularly in front of the 2 center backs, where most modern formations would put a single holding player.
Chipped over the top here toward Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking to settle this ball. Cochran misses it. Ocampo Chavez can't get a foot to it, and it's cleared away. I think it was Mickey Daly got the last touch as that ball was about to fall straight in for Ocampo Chavez.
Beautiful little touch here where he just pops it up into the air, creating opportunity out of nothing.
And excuse me, it was Ramon Martin del Campo for the clearance. Referee wants a word as Alfonso Ocampo Chavez is introducing himself to CJ Cochran inside the penalty area. Burt Gilroy, short run up. Rogers misses the header at the far post. And Seth Moses goes over the top. Opiao has gotten past Kurimoto. Wide for Ocampo Chavez. Lays it off, and the shot for goal misses wide. Gonzalez on a beautiful layoff by Alfonso Ocampo Chavez. Can't put it on target.
When we look at this replay, it kind of want Alfonso Ocampo Chavez to take that first time, that strike. But beautiful opportunity for Ezreal Gonzalez. Just in the right place for the left winger.
Fans, follow Tacoma Defiance and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans. More on that in a second. Trey Muse, flash in the hands there, quick developing play up the middle. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at espnplus.com. Lawal sliding in for the challenge there. Going to be a free kick. Referee calling that a reckless challenge.
Defiance kind of got away with one there. Pass in middle of nowhere. Last time Fresno FC had a free kick, they were threatening goal within one pass. We'll see what they do this time.
I'll certainly be leaving the read sheet on the table, I can tell you that. The long ball from Cochran. Kurimoto carrying forward. Lawal down for Kurimoto. Back toward Lawal. Back heel to set himself in, and Rogers cleans it up. Twice now, right up the middle, the Foxes have come. And twice Tacoma have answered. Chavez. Vasilevich. Daly. Del Campo wants Johnson. Hoping to get it up to Lawal. Now Ocampo Chavez. Up to Wingo. Too much time. Fresno had a chance to recover. This is Casillas. Wingo with the initial header. Can't settle it though. Quickly in for Kurimoto. Lawal has it. Scoops it inside. Casillas squares it across the face of goal, and it runs through everyone. Casillas recovers to the ball. He's trying to turn for a shot. A low effort coming through traffic from Ellis Hayden, and he'll drop it back. Vasilevich, Ellis Hayden. Back wide for Vasilevich. And that cross deflects out for a corner. First of the match for the Foxes. Jamal Johnson, midfielder with nearly 100 appearances for MK Dons in England. Teeing up the outswinger here. A lot of air under that ball. Martin Del Campo chests it down. It's Vasilevich at the byline to the front of goal. And it can't be turned in by Mickey Daly. We go to Gonzalez. He's tightly marked. Well, Fresno, Dave, finding a lot of space in front of goal, getting some crosses on the ground inside the area, but no one can convert.
Yeah, those two forwards are doing a fine job getting into the space. Their little one-touch movements are threatening Tacoma. It's clear that Tacoma, to succeed defensively, will have to press up the pitch.
Leyva dispossessed. Falls for Chavez. Chavez has gone for goal. Didn't quite get the connection he was hoping for.
Tacoma will be fine with that opportunity. One of their getting a Fresno player to shoot from distance is a success.
Campbell to Hines. Hines upended there. That's going to lead to a free kick. Well, Adam Smith is unhappy with the call, but looking at it, not clear why.
That's a Cobra Kai move right there.
Defiance, we're hoping to play quickly. I'm not a math expert, but that's still not 10 yards, Dave.
No. But at the same point, if Defiance aren't emphatic in asking for it, it doesn't have to be granted.
That's true. Campbell hits a bouncing ball back to Muse. Well settled by the keeper. Jonathan Campbell, despite being on an MLS contract, has been a little unsteady on his feet in his minutes with Tacoma Defiance. Gives it away there to Basilevich. And Campbell does well to put that out for a throw-in.
On that last back pass, he was the left center back and almost on the right touchline.
Ellis Hayden is offside. Tune in to ESPN News on Wednesday, June 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific time for Wednesday Night Soccer when OKC Energy FC travels to Albuquerque to face current Western Conference leaders New Mexico United. It's the week's best match on Wednesday Night Soccer, June 5th at 6 p.m. PT on ESPN News. High press from Tacoma Defiance. Trying to get a turnover. Atencio up toward Hopiau. Martin Del Campo to Johnson. Casillas on the overlap. Casillas chases that ball into the left alley. Kurimoto. The referee had played advantage. Henry Wingo is going to get cautioned for this. 31st minute and Wingo's in the book after taking down Casillas. Dave, what do you think?
See on the replay there, Casillas makes that move, and it's the trailing foot that Henry just goes right down on the arch on. You can see Casillas get up a little gingerly.
Well, now, dangerous set piece opportunity for Fresno. Basilevich will have an opportunity to put this one on frame, and of course he has some very big targets lurking back post. Low ball in, Hines the first one to it. The wall mantles his man to the ground. Squares it, and Johnson rolls it wide of the frame.
I think I'm as confused as Anthony Burke-Gilroy is right now.
That referee letting him play for the most part. Quickly restarted by Vasilevich. There's the challenge by Campbell that led to the free kick. Referee halts the restart. He wants to chew out Campbell a little bit. Vasilevich looking for Chavez at the back post. Header won by Tacoma. Leyva for Ocampo Chavez. Johnson tucks that one onto the party decks. For Ocampo Chavez on the home run ball, and Cochran has it on the bounce.
Defiance's back line is getting that timing down just a little closer now. That was almost able to be one touch by Fons.
Vasilevich had an opportunity here, waited too long for support to develop. Ellis Hayden has fouled Azriel Gonzalez, or pardon me, that was Josh Atencio that drew the foul. Lawal fights his way to the ball, gets Johnson now on the far side. Johnson scooped inside, headed out by Rogers. Kurimoto taken out by his own guy. Johnson wants to switch the field. Vasilevich, the overlap for Ellis Hayden. McKine slides in and puts it out of play. Little errors by both these teams right now, keeping them from finding success. You know, they'll do 66 to 80% of everything right on a sequence, and then that last 20%, something goes wrong.
Fresno seems to be a little bit discomforted when they have significant possession and don't quite know what to do with it.
Defiance benefit from a free kick right at midfield. Ellis Hayden wins that off of Hines. Johnson here. Quickly lifted away by Hopio. Ellis Hayden on the near side. Gonzalez trying to recover. And, well, in the attempt to recover, wound up tripping up Ellis Hayden. Dangerous free kick opportunity.
Just got his feet tangled up. Doesn't look like that was the foul that he wanted to commit. It's just the foul that happened.
Vasilevich here. Another chance to serve this in. Last time he looked for Chavez at the far post. Now he looks for Martin Del Campo. That one toward the near post and turned in. Fresno have found the opener. It's Cutis Lawal. Now just chaos in the box for Tacoma Defiance. Lawal gets on the end of it. A little opportunistic at the near post.
A misclearance by Sam Rogers that he will regret.
Lawal now picking up his 4th goal of the season for the Fresno FC Foxes. That makes him their leading scorer. And it comes at a critical time for the Nigerian and his side. They go up with 7 minutes to play until the half. Turned over to Kurimoto. Fresno smells blood in the water. Lawal to his right foot. He's gone for goal again. And boy, Lawal getting closer and closer to that upper right 90. Opie out here. Gonzalez. Push to the far side toward Hines. Hines lifts that. Has it knocked away by Daly. Hines looking for space for a cross. Gets it in. Daly is there to send it out. Wingo. A couple of touches for him. He'll go for goal and can't put it on frame.
Fresno was aggressive in those first 15 to 20 seconds, and now Tacoma active in front of goal. Wide and high from Henry Wingo on that one.
Atencio. Levos hoping to switch the field there. Falls back to Campbell. Josh Campbell was hoping for Ocampo Chavez to the far side. He only found Casillas. Tacoma drawing their fair share of free kicks, but the phone lines have not been connected for them through the middle of the field.
They've definitely been at their best when they've possessed for significant periods of time, pushing and pulling Fresno out of shape.
Wide now for Wingo. Wingo gets the edge on Casillas. His cross is over the head of Ocampo Chavez, but runs through to Hines on the near side. Hines tees up a cross of his own. This is a low ball and headed away by Kurimoto. Played away by Seth Moses. Chavez dragging Leva with him. And Vasilevich chopped down. Wins the free kick.
Just in the tangle of bodies there, Anthony Burke-Gilroy sticks his foot in just a second too long.
Vasilevich straight into the hands of Muse. Campos Chavez started a quick run, hoping to be an outlet. Now it's Gonzalez up the near side. Finds Ocampo Chavez. He shouldered off the ball by Daly and fairly done so. Dave, is this a Tacoma side that is looking frustrated to you as we close in on halftime?
They seem to be upset with themselves in their communication. You saw after the Burt Gilroy foul, there are a couple other players.
Gonzalez here, it's a low shot from him. Rebound falls to Hines. Immediately crosses inside toward Burt Gilroy. Now Leyva. Leyva's gone for goal, it's headed away by Daly. Wingo holds it in on the far side. Gonzalez did well to block the clearance by Lawal. No shot generated.
One way to solve your frustrations is to continually go at goal.
Miss 100% of the shots you don't take, eh, Dave? .45th minute now. Defiance trailing 1-0 at home to Fresno FC. Very stationary from Tacoma, Dave.
They're swinging it out of that traffic now. Looks like Ezreal Gonzalez went down as he rescued the ball there.
He'll have plenty of time to be attended to by the trainer. Referee Mark Alatin is blown for halftime. At the break, Tacoma Defiance trailing 1-0 to Fresno FC. We'll take a break here on ESPN Plus and return with a look around the league.
Fresno FC 1, Tacoma Defiance 0.
Phoenix coming out the other way. Junior Fleming's leading the charge. Numbers forward for Phoenix. John trying to go back for Flemings. Flag stays down, back across, solo!
We're
underway right off the bat. Here's Justin Dillon moving up the middle. He's going to push that ball wide toward Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a first touch cross back inside for Dillon and a goal! Less than 10 seconds.
Poku slicing through. Quadro Poku scored! Tejada again!
Lomas kicks it to his right. Crosses it underneath Miller, and it's knocked away. Spangenberg deflects it, laying out and making the save.
It's a great save again.
Acquired a backstage pass. Doyle recovers. Aduro 1-0.
Ready to go to work to the byline, crossing in. It's a goal! Again, Jerome Kiesewetter.
It's Prater! What a hit!
Here's the leg trick. Into the box, a strike, and a goal.
Dangerous player, perhaps in USL League One. Pepe curls! Ricardo Pepe, brilliance!
Looking to get that right foot off for an incredible one-handed save by Kevin Silva.
Developing situation, Jones. Jones on the move, Jones with a shot! Rips it off the right post. Another opportunity, and the strike is true.
JC Banks now, letting it rip from deep. What a save by Hara!
Team, Cablante, back of the net. 42nd minute.
Bowling the second go, falls through. Saved by Fitzgerald. Oh, what a stop.
Welcome back into Cheney Stadium here on ESPN Plus. Through 45 minutes, Fresno FC has a 1-0 lead over Tacoma Defiance. Andrew Harvey alongside Dave Clark for you here as we begin our halftime show. And Dave, I mean, for Fresno FC, that goal came at exactly the right time, and for Tacoma, just when they were starting to get some momentum going their way, it all falls apart.
Yeah, Tacoma had threatened, figured out that through possession they were going to be able to threaten the Fresno FC goal, and Fresno was opportunistic, and that's kind of how they've defined their success so far this season.
Well, that's what's gone on so far in this match. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the league. Just one other match played today, but there have been some very interesting results that have gone on.
Yeah, I think the big one there is that Phoenix Rising result, the 4-2 over Real Monarchs. That put them above Fresno in the standings in the West, taking over second. Big, big win for them on the road. And then earlier today, Bethlehem Steel, Louisville City, 2-2.
Absolutely. Well, you alluded to it. Let's take a look at those Western Conference standings. As you see right now, right, that picture at the top, it's starting to create a little bit more separation between the best and the rest.
Yeah, it's right around In fact, that top 10, there's some separation, obviously, New Mexico, Phoenix, and Fresno in the top 3. The top 10 are kind of settled at this point. It's going to take a run by the bottom teams to threaten that red line.
And, of course, as always, as we've become used to here in the USL Championship, some disparity in matches played as well can provide a little bit of wiggle room in terms of games at hand. Here's what else is going on around the USL Championship right now. A couple of major storylines going on this week. Of course, Kevon Frater winning his 2nd consecutive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, he had 2 goals scored this week. And when the first goal announcement is congratulations on your Player of the Week last week, and then you score a brace in that game, you get up for the 2 in a row. It's handy.
Kind of a fun.
Create a little
Frater here.
Opportunistic there for Frater, just pouncing on the loose ball in the 18.
He's part of a New Mexico team that seems close to unstoppable. On a non-soccer side, some very fun news out of Tulsa, and important news too.
Great job by the Roughnecks. They were rain delayed on their travel home last week, and so trainer Jonathan Milwee drove Rodrigo DaCosta up to Dallas from San Antonio so DaCosta could get to his wedding in Miami. It's a great story. USLchampionship.com has more on it, but it's some things are more important than soccer, and that includes your own wedding.
Yeah, bringing a new meeting to Eastbound and Down, loaded up in trucking, Dave. And then, of course, the final one, Cody Mizell, also earning Save of the Week honors.
He's got 3 saves of the week so far this week. It is a fan vote, and the fans in New Mexico will turn out, but Mizell's season has been impressive.
Just what a stop that is.
Yeah, just a rapid ball in and just a tip save flying out from out of position.
Well, that is what is going on around the USL Championship. Like we said at the break, 1-0 in favor of Fresno FC. We'll take a break here on ESPN+, and when we return, we'll have our first half highlights and the start of the second half. Don't go away. Welcome back into Cheney Stadium here on ESPN Plus. Andrew Harvey alongside Dave Clark for you. Of course, one other major item of note that happened in Tacoma Defiance land last week was Justin Dillon's fastest goal in USL Championship history, just 9.17 seconds that it took for him from the opening kickoff to score.
Jesse Daly came up with the idea in the pre-match huddle, and Ezreal Gonzalez, perfect pass for Justin Dillon to convert.
And it was a goal that wound up being worth a point for Tacoma Defiance. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. You can see here Tacoma Defiance had a lot of opportunities, couldn't put much on frame, Dave.
Yeah, they're definitely getting the shots off. They're getting into the area. They're threatening that goal. It's kind of the story of the season. They have the opportunities. Now it's up for them to actually seize them.
And then on the other end, Cutis Lawal just needed one opportunity, and that has worth the lead right now. Welcome back in for the start of the second half. The two teams back on the pitch now. Dave, what does Tacoma need to do from the opening whistle in order to try to push forward for that equalizer?
Well, I'd like to dream about a 9.16 second goal, but I think that they should stay with what they are. They've threatened the goal enough. They have their chances and their opportunities. I think they know that they can hold their own against Fresno. One mistaken clearance by Sam Rogers shouldn't change the plan of attack.
And we should mention that the man who scored that goal, Justin Dillon, is available for selection today. He is currently on the Tacoma Defiance bench. You have to wonder, as we get later into this match, when we might see Dillon trotted out here.
Interesting little note from the halftime stats is Cutis Lawal already has 3 fouls committed. It's unusual for a forward to put themselves in danger of an accumulation card.
Certainly been a physical contest here at Cheney Stadium. These teams struggling to connect a little bit, and part of that is a lot of players wind up on the deck. Here's Seth Moses. Moses carrying on here very casually into the area from Moses. Michael Daly trying the second ball. Leyva knocks it down. For Gilroy, wide for Ocampo Chavez.
He has to hold up waiting for support.
Dave, I'm still a little bit surprised just now how casually Seth Moses was able to run right into Tacoma Defiance's penalty area without very little pressure.
They may have been casual just because I don't recall Seth Moses being quite active in the first half.
Certainly played a lot of role in distribution. Most of it was on the south side of the midfield line, though. This is Gonzalez. Ellis Hayden loses out to Hines. Hines across the front of the goal. That one trickles over the goal line. Tacoma have equalized. Nick Hines claiming it as his. A scrum and a pile-up inside the 6, and Defiance are level. Let's take a look at what happened. Just takes it a kind bounce, maybe a deflection on its way in from Hines.
I think he was attempting to cross that, and it ran essentially on the end line.
Yeah, we'll see if there's another angle there that we can see who that ball came off of. And just comes off the outside of the foot from Michael Daly. This will probably get recorded as an own goal, but Hines is going to claim it for right now. For Defiance, they don't really care. The important thing is they're level 1-1. Well, you talk about the value of a fast start. Not quite 9.17 seconds, Dave, but still an early goal for Tacoma here in the second half.
And I think that's where this match deserves to be. Both sides have gotten a few opportunities, so that kind of 1-1 is fair. And now it's about execution for these final 40 or so minutes of the match.
Johnson giving away the free kick there.
Wade Weber will be happy with Tacoma Defiance winning those second balls today.
Here's Hines once more. Some more problems by Nick Hines. Hines gone for goal again. Another deflection. This time for Fresno FC, they're thankful that it's outside of the frame of goal.
Nick Hines is so much better cutting in. You see here he cuts at an angle to create that opportunity for himself rather than crossing.
Corner on the way, headed away by Kurimoto. Burke Gilroy. Movement inside the area for Defiance. Wide for Wingo. He'll drop it back to Leyva. Rolled in from Leyva over the head of Campbell. Cudis Lawal has that ball in space, and it's turned back over. Gonzalez tried to set Ocampo Chavez on the run here. CJ Cochran blasts it away. Lawal is onside here. Trying to fight off his man. He's gone down. And nothing given by the referee. Lawal unhappy with the no call.
Campbell was slow on the ball. If Lawal had just followed up his attempt there, he probably could have won it back. Sometimes you ask so much for a foul, you forget to play.
Here's Rogers. Clever ball from Rogers. He's picked out Hopiau. Hopiau's gone for goal. Another deflection off the post and in. Tacoma on top in the 52nd. And what a rocket from Shandon Hopiau. Twice now in the span of 4 minutes, the beneficiaries of kind deflections. And it is off the foot of the other center back, Ramon Martin Del Campo again.
The freshly shorn Shandon Hopiau trimmed his hair Saturday night, went tighter on the sides and the back, and very happy to get that goal for Shandon. He's been threatening net frequently this season, but just hasn't converted much.
Lightning striking twice for the Defiance. 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of this second half. And Fresno looking a little shell-shocked right now. This is Casillas. Wingo getting cute with it, his own byline, turned over to Casillas. A shot for Kurimoto, and we're level at 2. Pardon me, it's Basilevich who had the run at it. And Henry Wingo, well, making a fool of himself there by trying to cut back to the outside. Vasilevich just going top shelf with it, grabbing his 3rd goal of the year.
Wingo frustrated with getting beat there.
Game might be breaking open here. Here comes Tacoma. That shot is blocked. Leyva going low, and now the ball up to Jaime Chavez. This is Vasilevich, the goal scorer. Gives away the free kick. Still a Tacoma player down to the near side of the pitch. Nick Hines cutting inside. Bert Gilroy. Gonzalez. Tacoma continuing to play on while they have their own man down. Gonzalez goes for goal and he misses wide. It appears to be Shannon Hopiau who's the man down for Defiance. Fresno going to take the opportunity to bring on Christian Cheney for Cutis Lawal. Juan Pablo Caffa also coming on for the Foxes. Hopiau up, he's going to jog off under his own power.
Looks like he took some contact to the upper thigh.
So 2 changes in the span of an instant for Fresno. Here's Vasilevich. Recent substitute Christian Cheney getting his first touches there. Ball in from Mickey Daly. Campo Chavez was looking to go over the top to Gonzalez. Cheney here. Now Casillas. Martin Del Campo. Casillas the give. Not quite the go from Johnson. Vasilevich wants it inside. He'll get it. Short roll for Cheney. Cheney's gone for goal, and he misses just wide of the right post. As Muse was going to ground, it looked for sure that one was going to sneak to the inside and put Fresno on top.
Gave him just enough space to get that shot off, and Muse will be glad that that went wide.
Ball gone wide for a corner. Daniel Leyva. Right now to Hopiau, who we're being told is taking his last few touches over the top, and CJ Cochran will collect it. Justin Dillon set to come on for Shannon Hopiau. Free kick given away there. Bert Gilroy going to see yellow for that here in the 59th. Well, Shannon Hopiau's afternoon is done. Still holding that quad area a little bit. He will walk off to bring on Justin Dillon. So Hopiau bags a goal, but Tacoma can't hold on to the lead, Dave.
Yeah, they've given up the goal. It's 2-2 right now. They did break through a Fresno defense that has been known for clean sheets this year and is one of the best in the league. Now we have another set piece opportunity, which is how Fresno got their first goal. Both teams made changes that put a more attacking player on the field.
Dillon, quick for a big guy. Cheney's free kick coming in. Out for a corner. As Campbell, I believe, is down holding his head. Yeah, that's the man who's down for Tacoma.
Oh, elbow to the back of the head there after the ball had gone off of Campbell's head.
Yeah, nothing intentional from Ramon Martin Del Campo. Just wound up catching a little bit of shoulder. Campbell says he's good to continue, but he'll have to step off for a moment, and that is huge with his corner kick coming up. I don't think Campbell realized that he hadn't been given a free kick there. And a very meaningful glance back to referee Mark Alatine as he heads off. So Tacoma missing one of its two tallest players as Cheney ready for this outswinger. Still loose. A partial clearance, Gonzalez, a chance to carry. Campbell has rejoined play now, and Tacoma wins a free kick.
Chavez trying to play a little basketball out there. And it looks like someone will have to inform Nick Hines that the scorers have made a change. Unfortunately, his goal is now being credited as an own goal.
Anyone who had the benefit of the replay probably knew that was going to be the case. It is a little bit tough to claim that you were going to have scored when your ball was traveling away from the goal when it left your foot. Casillas, a little bit of room to work here. Wingo coming out to apply the pressure. Casillas muscled to the ground. Wingo goes down with him. Nothing given by the referee. And that is Alfonso Ocampo Chavez, who's pushed out to the wide position to take Shannon Hopiau's spot.
Yeah, Defiance did not change their formation, so Dillon will be up top by himself.
Heavy contact there, and Chavez is offside. Rogers looking to switch the field, can't beat Cheney, pardon me. We have a Cheney on here at Cheney, and I'm all sorts of mixed up. This is Cheney, Vasilevich, Johnson, and Ellis Hayden. Ellis Hayden, an early cross. Gonzalez looking to keep it himself, and he'll draw the free kick. Aylis Hayden going to see yellow for that.
Similar to the Burt Gilroy foul earlier. Tactical choice to slow down the play.
Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Tacoma Defiance and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on Tacoma Defiance's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. This is Wingo. Wingo, short inside, Burt Gilroy, and it's blocked at the point of attack. Hopiao settles for the throw-in, pardon me. Ocampo Chavez. Ocampo Chavez here, keeping it himself. He's in the area, cuts it back. Justin Dillon can't get the shot off. Now, there was no good angle for Ocampo Chavez, but at a certain point, once he makes that move inside, do you want him to just thump that ball toward goal?
Yeah, and I think he's going to be showing that on the video after the match. He'll want it.
Ocampo Chavez gets to the ball, but can't keep it in play.
He had 4 goals in the U17 CONCACAF Championships and then dominated the GA Cup. That's a player that normally is aggressive on the net.
Burt Gilroy, advantage played by the referee. Wide for Hines. Hines, a big touch. Aylis Hayden can't quite muscle him off the ball. Now gets it away from him. Hines still fighting his way back to it. Almost magnetic in possession is Nick Hines. Johnson quickly into Cheney. Moses now. Alisievich. That one conceded over the goal line for a corner. Nick Hines down, appears to be cramping. Fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth development platform, the USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. Christian Cheney here, looking to produce a dangerous set piece. The in-swinger from Cheney. And the whistle goes before it even hits Martin Del Campo at the far side. Here's Ocampo Chavez. Daniel Leyva turns out of a tackle there. Really puts himself in danger in the process.
Jonathan Campbell well upfield in the run of play.
Flag is up for offside. Off the head of Chavez. Lots of room to move side to side for Tacoma. Nowhere to venture going forward. Rogers here wants Wingo. Trying to create space against Casillas, who's been very busy today defensively. Leyva over to Hines. Gonzalez. Big touch from Gonzalez. Seth Moses slides in, wins the ball. Now it's Rogers. Over the top. Gonzalez here. Into the middle looking for Dillon. Ellis Hayden the first one to it. Dillon heads it down to Hines. Justin Dillon goes for goal and missed wide of the post.
Dillon just with plenty of space and takes that opportunity to go near post. Just a couple more feet to his right, and he probably has a goal with that pace of shot.
Christian Chaney here, trying to fight off Daniel Leyva. Back to Juan Pablo Caffa. Casillas. Over for Johnson. Jamal Johnson's cross. Over the head of Chavez, over the head of Chaney, and out for a goal kick. Tune into the ESPN News on Wednesday, June 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific for Wednesday Night Soccer when OKC Energy FC travels to Albuquerque to face current Western Conference leaders New Mexico United. It's the week's best match on Wednesday Night Soccer, June 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN News. Nick Hines, some nice moves in the middle. Moses, well, he is very difficult to separate from the ball, isn't he, Dave?
Yeah, he's maintained possession in tight circumstances, almost as well as Hines has in the opposite field.
Fresno going to go ahead and make their third and final substitution. In comes Amir Alahajic, another player with a Tacoma Defiance connection.
Amir was a Sounders draftee just a couple years ago.
Coming on to replace Casillas, who had a very active game for the Foxes.
He's kind of a defensive midfielder by nature.
Leyva wants Gonzalez. Dillon trying to bat that down for Gonzalez. Caffa. Vasilevich, Johnson. Cleared away by Cochran, but not without some difficulty.
Justin Dillon's a bit of a ball hawk up at forward.
Well, 2 goals in his last 2 appearances for Tacoma Defiance, and now you have to wonder if Dillon might be able to make it 3-3, push Defiance through to taking 3 points here at home. Chavez, back toward Vasilevich. Hines has gone down. It's Vasilevich, Cheney making the run inside. Headed away from him by Rogers. And Burke Gilroy blasts it toward midfield. Cheney trying to tee up Vasilevich. Ball comes off his face, he goes down. Campbell is down again for Tacoma. And Gonzalez runs right through the challenge from Moses. Muscled off by Alahajic. Ellis Hayden can't hold it in. Tacoma going to go for their second change now. On comes Jesse Daly. Out goes Anthony Burke-Gilroy. Dave, what do you make of this change at midfield?
This will be interesting. It's probably going to push Danny Leyva into a more attacking role. That's where he's been successful with the academy. And as any Tacoma Defiance fan knows, Jesse Daly is a hard man playing at the defensive midfield.
Of course, this move also removes a yellow card from the pitch for Tacoma Defiance. Burke-Gilroy was cautioned earlier in the game.
He had a little cramp earlier as well with the pause in play. Defiance have a midweek match coming up as too.
They'll head on the road to take on Los Dos down in California on Wednesday, before coming back home to play El Paso on June 1st. Juan Pablo Caffa wants Cheney over the top. Campo Chavez and Rogers sends downfield. Vasilevich up for Cheney. Cheney's gone for goal and a flash save by Muse. Nick Hines. Far side, cross is blocked on the way in. Mickey Daly there. Smashed that one out of play.
Nick Hines is creating chaos from that touch line at this point.
Daly wants the corner. Swings that one in, header won by Cheney. Nick Hines looking for the return ball. Clever deflection. I think that was Josh Atencio that tried to play in Justin Dillon there. Just a little bit too heavy on the touch. Ellis Hayden runs through a challenge. Switches for Vasilevich. Juan Pablo Caffa. And Vasilevich once more. Both these sides fair to say, Dave, growing a little bit cautious as we enter the 80th minute. Neither wants to be the one that makes the mistake that gives away the game winner.
I think that plays into Tacoma's hands. They're willing to play with patience. They're a possession side. If Fresno is impatient with the ball, they generally don't threaten the net. Adam Smith wants them to move the ball 2 or 3 touches and then get a shot.
This is Moses. Moses, high cross, knocked away by Atencio. Martin Del Campo. Kaffa. Loves that long ball over the top, does Kaffa. Hits it so well. And Cheney's claiming he's won a corner. Assistant referee in the center disagree. Pardon me, that was Ellis Hayden. Muse restarts play. Muse has his clearance blocked. It falls for Chavez. Chavez rolls it across the line. It's 3-2 Fresno. Trey Muse caught out, casual with it once more. Tacoma have given up 2 goals like that today, and this one is gonna prove costly.
He tried to pop it up between the 2 forwards that were applying pressure. The deflection just from the one fell to the other.
Tacoma looking for a quick answer. Dave, not to take anything away from Fresno here, but you do have to think that if this scoreline winds up holding through the final 9 minutes of play, this was really a case of Tacoma not being able to get out of their own way today. You think about that Henry Wingo turnover at his own byline, and now that failed clearance.
Even the first goal was Sam Rogers had the opportunity to clear it and just missed the ball.
Justin Dillon selling out there, gets the ball as far as Daly anyway. Gonzalez, Leyva, looking for Ocampo Chavez, the ball runs behind him. Ellis Hayden does well to shepherd that over the byline. On comes Denzo Ulisi for Azriel Gonzalez. At the final sub for Wade Weber and Tacoma Defiance.
That has some cascading impacts both in tactics and in formation. Denzo's now at right back. Henry Wingo's at your right mid. Ocampo Chavez is your left mid.
No rush from Fresno to put this ball back in play. They have the lead on the back of the goal by Jaime Chavez in the 81st minute. Chavez's second of the season. Possibly more in it here. It's over the head of Chavez. Hines, partial clearance. Campbell takes over. Forced to just swing at it and send it downfield. Vasilevich. Henry Wingo with a bit of room to work. He'll run at Ellis Hayden. Wingo at full speed. Crashes to the byline. Into the middle, over the head of Dillon. Ocampo Chavez. And now Leyva. Atencio. Nick Hines, a low cross is blocked. That time by Mickey Daly. On Pablo Caffa. Fighting against Leyva there. Leyva able to hold on to the ball. Now Ulysses. Wingo going to try to open up something on this very compact Fresno defense. And the overhit switch runs out of play. Well, fans, you can join us, the Tacoma Defiance broadcast team, post-match at Doyle's Public House. After our post-game interviews with players and coaches, we'll join you there to discuss today's match and the state of the team. That's Doyle's Public House here in Tacoma. Wingo brought down there. Johnson does enough to win the throw-in along the near sideline.
You see Wade Weber asking why that wasn't a foul.
Seth Moses has created a couple opportunities. He's had a really strong game for Fresno in the midfield there. Now kind of been pushed to an outside back role. In the wake of the departure of Diego Casillas.
Tacoma's got to turn this possession into purpose.
Wingo outside for Ulysses. Daly on the return for Ulysses. Ferocious defending from Fresno. Tacoma forced back at every turn. They'll try Daly to the outside. Daly, his cross deflected. CJ Cochran goes up, and that a critical catch as we enter the 89th minute.
Cochran using his years of experience to watch the seconds tick away.
Pretty good hang time on that drop kick too. Ellis Hayden chopped down by Henry Wingo there. That'll lead to a free kick. That's just frustration from Wingo. Defiance get the ball away. This is Wingo. He'll be asked to shuttle it from box to box. Back for Rogers. Work to the near side for Daly. And Daly looking for Justin Dillon. Dillon is in here. Dillon for goal. He scores! Justin Dillon, a third goal in as many matches. Tacoma Defiance level in the 90th minute.
Just a great sequence. Jesse Daly beats 3 lines, and Justin Dillon gets the angle perfect, keeping the flag down, celebrating his 3rd goal in 3 matches.
Well, Fresno claiming Dillon was offside, but the flag stayed down on the near sideline. And Justin Dillon, talk about an impact sub. May have just saved a point for Defiance. We're into stoppage time, of which we'll play 3 minutes here at Cheney Stadium. Vasilevich wants that quick ball. Johnson will pick it up in the near alley. Cut back here for Kaffa. Johnson looking back post, over the head of Chavez and out for a goal kick.
Muse waving everyone forward.
Wade Weber still active in the technical area, trying to keep everything organized. Defiance wanting at least a point out of this, wondering if there might be more in it for them. Flag up for offside against Chavez.
Surprised Jesse Daly's taking his time here with just a minute or so left.
Daly for the home run ball and through to the hands of CJ Cochran. We'd been told to expect 3 minutes of stoppage time before that goal by Dillon. Will the strike add any to what we play here at Cheney Stadium? Trey Muse waving everyone forward. He'll take this kick himself. Floated toward Dillon. He gets ahead to it. No teammates there to accept the redirect. And now it's Jamal Johnson looking to come the other way. Juan Pablo Kaffa. Daly on the turnover, cut straight out of play. And I don't think Wingo and Jamal Johnson are exchanging addresses so they can send one another a Christmas card in the offseason. Wingo, we should mention, still on a yellow card from back in the 31st minute. Rogers. Vasilevich, Chavez here, his shot is blocked by Campbell, and away by Ocampo Chavez, and the whistle's gone for full time. Justin Dillon subbing in, pulls a point out for Tacoma Defiance in the 90th minute on a great service from Jesse Daly.
This is one of those that the crowd obviously is taking it as a draw that feels like a win, and I think the players should as well. They know that those goals that they gave up were preventable, and they know that the ones that they scored are repeatable.
Well, it's the first 3-goal performance from Tacoma Defiance this season, just their second multi-goal performance of the year. And Dave, you have to wonder if this might serve as a linchpin for them to base themselves around as they try to move forward.
I think they can take their attacking form and know what to do. They played their style today. It matched up well with the number 3 team in the West, and a team that's known for getting clean sheets on the road. So to play against such a conservative team, a team that had only given up 8 goals into the year, and come away with 3 scored yourselves, that should boost your confidence.
Absolutely. Well, Tacoma Defiance will head on the road to play LA Galaxy 2 on Wednesday, but they'll be back here next weekend to take on El Paso on June 1st at 7 p.m. And we will have that match for you. But that is going to do it for us here from Cheney Stadium. Your final score, Fresno FC 3, Tacoma Defiance 3. For Dave Clark and all of us here at Cheney Stadium, I'm Andrew Harvey saying so long. Thank you for joining us on ESPN Plus, and we hope to see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.